Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how we can get rid of the red ones in the clock on OnePlus Nord for 5G. So unfortunately there seems to be no option that actually allows you to turn off the red color in the clock. However, there is a workaround, and in order to do this we will need to download another app that allows you to add widgets to the home screen with a normal clock. So we can go to the Play Store and then we can search for clock. And we can download a clock by Google. So this is the Google clock over here. We can install it. And once we install it, we can add a widget and replace it with the default one in the home screen. So now once the clock is installed, we want to press and hold on the widget. And then we have the option remove widget. And then confirm that you want to remove it. Now we want to press and hold on the empty space, Then go to widgets at the bottom. And now over here, of course, we have the default clock that we have and it's pre-installed on this device with the red one. We actually want to scroll down in order to find another clock, and this one is, of course, made by Google. And then we can choose one of these options. So I'm gonna choose this one over here. Of course, it looks a little bit different, but at least this is a way to get rid of the red one. As I know, some people, especially if they don't see certain colors, they have troubles with reading the time due to the different color. And of course we can choose the clock style, so we can choose this one over here, or we can use another one. So we can also use the transparent one. So if we go with digital, we can choose transparent, and there we go, we have our clock. We can press done, and there we go, now we have normal time in the same color. However, there is one more issue, and that is the lock screen. So if you go to the lock screen, you will notice that I still have the same clock. And unfortunately, there is nothing you can do in order to replace it. There is no way to replace this clock. However, there is a way to replace the lock screen. So, for instance, if you are in a situation where you want to quickly take a look at the time without having to unlock your device, then of course you use the lock screen and the clock that is in the lock screen. So we will need to replace this lock screen to have one where we have our custom clock with unchanged colors. So I actually managed to find one decent app that does the job, and I think it was called like that, KLCK. Yeah. So this is the app that we want to use. We want to install it on our phone, and I'm gonna help you create a, let's say, basic lock screen that will be replaced later on by this app. There are actually some customization options, but I didn't bother really to get to know them, at least all of them. But I'm gonna help you at least use a photo that you wish to have, so you don't have a gray screen. So we're gonna open the app. We're gonna press let's go. Next, we can enable and disable location. So I'm gonna press next, as it uses, for instance, for the app uses location for weather, sunrise, sunset, and so on and so forth. So let's press next while using the app. Then we have the battery optimization, so we can press open settings, and battery usage, or actually not over here. And we will need to enable display over other apps, so we can go immediately over here, enable this option as we need it anyway. And I think we should do, we also have manage notifications, so we can allow notifications as well. Let's try to find the battery usage. Okay, so I can't really find it, unfortunately, so we will skip this for now. And perhaps we can go back to the settings in a sec. Now, over here we can select the folder in order to make a working directory. We can actually select a folder, and let's say we can just create a new one. Just name it like lock screen or something. There we go, press OK, and then use this folder and allow, and let's create folder. There we go. Now we have the emergency unlock, so we can read about it. So if you are stuck, you can always unlock by long pressing on the left bottom corner until the unlock button appears, then click on it. So if you press and hold on the bottom left corner, then after a while on the right side you will have the lock. So let's press next. Alright, so now we need to create our lock screen. So I'm gonna use this micro one, as this one is the simplest. So we can use this one. Let's tap over here. We have the welcome message. We can press OK. Preset loaded. OK. Now let's go back to the editor. And this is the whole lock screen that we can just have. But I'm gonna actually go to background, and over here I can tap on solid and replace it with the image. And then where it says bitmap, we can pick image. And we can use a photo from our album. So let's say I'm gonna choose, let's say this photo over here. We can, if there is missing requirements, then you can press fix in order to allow the permission. And there we go. In addition to that, we can also change the blur over here. We can also make the dim, make it darker a little bit. So like I said, you can customize a little bit over here. If you want to, you can go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm just gonna press save over here in the top right corner. Of course, one more time, I'm gonna press fix over here. So here we need to select the custom lock and permit usage access. Let's go back. One more time, save. And there we go, we have saved. Now, before we move on, in the top left corner, press on these three lines. And then where it says lock screen, you want to tap on the slider in order to turn it on. So now, this is how it looks like. I'm gonna lock my device, and if I press the power button, this is my lock screen. As another downside, you cannot really use the face recognition. So if you had been using recognition before, then unfortunately in this lock screen you cannot use it. And it seems that you cannot also use the fingerprint as well. So let me actually make sure. Yeah, so I cannot really use the fingerprint. I need to swipe up in order to unlock, and then I can use the face recognition or fingerprint in order to unlock the device. So there is a drawback, of course, because we cannot really skip the whole process of unlocking the device. We need to go through this. So this is like additional step in order to unlock our device, because we need to swipe up first before we can use the face recognition or fingerprint. But at least we have a normal clock by doing so. So this is just an alternative. If you wish to, you can use it. You can feel free to try any other app that customizes the lock screen. This is just my idea, and this is what I managed to find pretty quickly. And previously there was this information about battery optimization. So if you actually want to optimize it, then you want to go to the settings. In the settings, go to the battery, and then go to the more settings, optimize battery usage or use actually. And over here we want to find the custom lock and auto optimize, and this is how we can actually do this. So this is pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye.